Hey, what's up guys, Steven here and welcome to my review of the Leagoo Elite 1. So I have this phone now for quite a long time and I think it's time to bring you the review. So there's something I can say, it's a phone you won't expect to get under $200. So I would say let's get directly started, let's have a look at the phone, but don't forget to check out the link down below in the description if you're interested in this smartphone. Alright, so let me quickly show you what you can find inside of the box. Actually a lot of stuff, I was really impressed. Now there you will find some dry wipes and clean wipes, so wet wipes, to clean the display. Then here you will find a screen protector for the front and back side, because the back side is also made out of glass. Then here we have a headset. Now the headset quality, yeah, it's not really good, so it's like a $2 Amazon headset. Also the remote control, yeah, feels kinda crappy and the sound quality from the speakers is not really good. But you'll get different rubber earbuds, so that's also cool. Then it comes with a charger. It comes with the Leagoo logo and also with a sticker on there which says original Leagoo product. And the output, it's 5 volts 1 amp. And yeah, I will tell you later something about the charging speed. Then here you will find an USB OTG adapter, so a micro USB connected to an USB 2.0 port to connect USB drives, or for instance a game controller. And also micro USB cable is included, absolutely nothing special, here in white. And a little metal pin to open up the SIM card tray and some kind of user manual, but I did throw it away. So this is everything you will find inside, and now let's have a closer look at the charger and at the product itself. So before we have a closer look at the smartphone, let's quickly check out the specs. It comes with a 5.0-inch IPS Full HD resolution display. Display looks very good in my opinion. The MTK6753 1.3 GHz octa-core processor, quite okay SoC. Rear camera 60 megapixels but software interpolated. Front facing camera 13, well don't believe it, it looks way less, so the sensor is I guess 5, probably maximum 8 and interpolated to 13. Dual SIMs, dual standby, 3 gigs of RAM, which is really cool, 32 GB of internal memory, and the only bad thing, a very small battery with only 2400 mAh, which only gives me around 3 hours of on-screen time. So there we go, here's the Leagoo Elite 1, and the first feeling here in my hands, well, it feels like an iPhone 4, probably a bit thinner and a bit bigger. And also you can see here the backside, we have glass on the backside, it's not so super scratch resistant, so that's why a screen protector is included. And yeah, let's have a look here at the front side, so let's get started here. The display, it's full HD resolution and looks very good in my opinion. So also the viewing angles are nice, the colors, and something you don't see very often on a sub $200 phone. Then at the bottom of the front side we have capacitive touch buttons, but the backlight is really a joke, so it's absolutely weak and you can barely see it even at night. In the middle we have the home button with the fingerprint scanner. The fingerprint scanner in my opinion is working okay and accurate, but it's really slow. So if you put your finger on there, you need to wait, and then it unlocks. Now we have a black bar around the display, so the bezels are not too thick, but you can definitely see that black bar. With a black wallpaper looks okay, but with a white wallpaper looks strange, like white, black, white. Yeah, but comes down to personal preference. At the top the Leagoo logo, and there's also an LED which you can see in the left top corner. Yeah, you can't see it here right now because it's not on, so it's a bit hidden. Then this here is the front facing camera. Now it's really not 13 megapixels as you will see later. In the middle we have the earpiece, which is kind of small. Here we have light and proximity sensor. And here we have the front facing LED flash, which is really cool, as you will see a bit later in the camera test. So let's turn it around. That's the back side, all along with the rear camera, which should have 60 megapixels but software interpolated probably. Then here we have the dual LED flash. Now it's really a dual one, not dual tone, also not too strong, but cool white tone. The Leagoo logo here at the bottom, Elite 1, designed by Leagoo, assembled in China. Haha, probably designed in China too, as everything here. Okay, on this side of the frame, yeah, the frame itself, it's very stable, robust, and a thick frame, not a thin metal frame like on crap phones like the P7000. And here you can see, for instance, the SIM card tray. So I will later open it up to show you that, but let's continue here with the frame. At the bottom here we have something which looks like a dual speaker design, but nope, it's only a single speaker. Then here we have a little hole, which is the bottom microphone, and here in the middle we have the micro USB port. Now all the buttons are placed on the right side of the frame. So here we have an additional button, and this is for instance to trigger the camera, as you will see later. Here we have the power button, and here we have the volume button. It's a single button, but kind of splitted, so it's a little bit thinner here in the middle. But the buttons feel very good to press, they are really stiff, and that feels absolutely nice on the Elite 1. Here we have the top microphone, so that's pretty cool that it comes with a top microphone for noise cancellation, and here the 3.5mm headphone jack, which is almost in the middle of the device. So all in all, the device looks very nice. So regarding the design, I absolutely love it. And now let's quickly open up the SIM card tray so I can show you how it looks from the inside. So here's the SIM card tray, and in there's my nano SIM card with a micro SIM card adapter. So this is actually SIM card slot 1, so on this side. And if you turn it around, you have here an TF card slot, so for micro SD cards up to 64 gigs. And yeah, you have to decide if you want to use two SIM cards and two SIM cards or one SIM card and one micro SD card. So probably it's also possible to make some kind of modification, so to glue the contacts of the SIM card onto the micro SD card. But yeah, actually I wouldn't do that. And yeah, I've seen that just in some forums. And yeah, by default, so if you just want to insert it, then you would have to just decide between two SIM cards or one SIM card and one micro SD card. Okay, there we go. We're now here in Android Lollipop on the Elite 1. As you can see, there is no app drawer anymore, so the launcher is customized, the icon pack is customized, so basically there is a lot of customization in the Elite 1. It even comes with custom widgets, so pretty cool actually, but I prefer the stock look of Android. We're here in the settings, and here we have general and all. So first of all, we switch it to all. Oh yeah, that's all. And we can go here all the way down to about the phone. Here you will see the Leagoo logo, so they put their branding on everything. So you'll find that logo like 20-50 times in the ROM. Okay, first of all, here we have a wireless update, and I can tell you wireless update is working because, as you can see, it's now downloading the latest update. So I just rolled back just to show you that the OTAs are working, but I will just switch up a little bit later to the update. Okay, so this will delete the downloading file, but let's go back here. Here you can see it's Android version 5.1, and yeah, OTAs are working. Then let's go quickly here through the settings so I can show you the features. Wi-Fi is working pretty good. Now I'm connected here to my office network. With some phones they struggle a little bit to get a good Wi-Fi signal, but here, as you can see, it even finds the network of some neighbor here, so Wi-Fi seems to be quite good. And here my office network, I get a good signal strength and the full link speed from the router. Unfortunately still 2.4 GHz, but we'll soon switch to 5 GHz in the office too. We have here Bluetooth, this is also working, and we have HotNot. Now unfortunately no NFC, but a lot of those devices here from China with MTK chipset, they have HotNot instead of NFC, because HotNot is MediaTek's own NFC, and it only works between MTK devices and basically works when you touch the devices screen by screen. Here we have cellular data, so we'll switch it on for the tests. Here are the SIM card settings, because yeah, for two SIM cards, and here under more, yeah, the usual crap, nothing special. It has wake-up gestures, for instance. You can switch them on here, so if you draw an M on the black screen, it will just open up the music player and something like that. Can also be customized. Here we have the display settings, and in there you can see mirror vision, so to adjust the colors of your display if you need it, and also prevent pocket dials at the bottom. Now here we have gesture motions, so telephone motion, so answer by swing, smart switch, turn to silence. And here system motion, which is 3-finger screenshot, which I actually also use a lot. The next thing which we have here is video eye control. So this is basically something like Smart Stay you could find in the Samsung Galaxy, but it works absolutely crappy and it's not worth to mention it. Here we have the hall sensor, which can be switched on here. So there is some kind of flip cover, which I've seen by some other reviewers, but unfortunately I don't have this one here. And here we have the fingerprint scanner. So far, this is not really the best fingerprint scanner I've seen. I mean, it works pretty good. Here you can see the fingerprint manager. So I've registered here a couple of fingerprints. You can also lock apps if you want to. So the screen is now locked, and if I put my finger on the scanner, you see it takes like 1-2 seconds until it recognizes the fingerprint and unlocks the device. There are devices which have a way faster fingerprint. Now, it does not have black screen to unlock, but you can press the home button, put your finger on there, keep pressing it, and then it will unlock. So this is actually the good thing, and you can unlock here directly from the black screen, and you don't have to press power and then put your finger on there. Now it's not so fast, but at least it's really accurate. So if I put my finger on there, it's always recognized. If I do it with another finger, you see, not recognized. This finger, boom, recognized, but yeah, it's a little bit slow. So now let's check out the rest here. We have mobile anti-theft, okay, lock the phone or wipe data remotely. That's a pretty cool feature. we have the briefing light, so that's for the notification LED, which you can find at the top, left top corner. So for instance, for unread, MMS, missed call, battery low or battery full. Can also be controlled with the light manager. Here we have gestures, and yeah, let's skip that. So this is the proximity sensor calibration, and here for instance to switch between pictures in the gallery or to accept calls or yeah, all those things. So you see there's a lot of customization already in there. Now here we have the smart button, and the smart button is the button you can see here. In the camera application it's the shutter button, but you can also set a long-term press. If you press it for a longer time, you can open up some application if you need that. Now, triple action, something like that would be better, but yeah, at least you have an additional button, which I think is a cool thing. Now the storage, it comes with 32 GB of ROM. For sure, you don't have the full 32 GB, you actually have 26, available 21 right now. So I've installed also some apps and games, so you have 22 GB really usable straight off the box, which is just very good. And you can still use microSD cards and comes with one big partition. Regarding the battery, now, yeah, this is just because I haven't used it so much in the last days, but from my previous records I can tell you the screen on time was just about 3.5 hours maximum. So the battery life with the 2400 mAh battery is not really the best, and this could be way better. But it also has power save mode, and yeah, you can check out here for instance the auto power save mode, and you can switch it on here. But honestly, also with power save mode on, I couldn't get really more than a day. So this phone has nice specs, it looks pretty good, but the battery life is just around a day. We have the apps running in the background, so let's check this out to check out the memory consumption. The good thing is this phone comes with 3 GB of RAM. So 500, 600 are used by the system, 430 by the apps, and you still have around 2 GB of free RAM for applications and games. So yeah, nothing will stutter on that phone, and also the processor is quite okay. Okay, that's regarding apps, emergency rescue, blah blah blah, privacy protection, last but not least here language and input. And you can see it's multi-language and also a bigger Android language pack, so there are many languages, it's almost a full Android language pack, and this is something I really appreciate, so thanks Leagoo for providing a lot of languages in your ROM. Absolutely awesome. Okay, yeah, that's everything we can find here in the settings, and the best thing is that it comes with so many languages. Okay, then let's check out the UI. As you can see, no app drawer anymore, but that's just a launcher, so customization, and you can just go to the Play Store and download a different launcher if you want that. Now if you swipe down here from the top, you can see here your notifications as always, and here we have quick toggles. For instance here Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS, the flashlight, which you can see right over here. We'll later also do a quick test. What is pretty cool is that actually the whole frame here lights up when it's completely dark, because the light spreads here in the glass back cover. Hotspot button, and also for the whole sensor if you have the cover, and you can easily switch here between 4G, 3G and 2G network. Okay, the next thing I want to show you is the camera application, because now let's have a closer look at all that, and let's get started here with the camera. Now here's the camera application. So well, you will find sample pictures on chinadevices.com, but I can quickly tell you something about the camera quality. So it shoots within 2.8 aperture, it's capable of producing some nice photos with good amount of details and also the right exposure and pretty good colors. Now in low lighting it's not really the best performance I've seen, but really quite decent and better than other devices in this price range. So here we have the front facing camera, and selfies are not always looking good, so sometimes you have to take 2 shots to get a good shot because sometimes it's out of focus. But with the latest update here, also the focus seems to be a little bit faster and it works also better. So you see face tracking here is really accurate, so you can see my face here in the rectangular shape, and also the shutter quite fast. So yeah, you will be able to find sample pictures on China devices, so make sure you check it out, guys. Okay, that's the front facing camera. We can have a quick look here at the settings. Here for instance you can see the maximum picture size 13 megapixels, but interpolated I guess from 5 or 8 native resolution, and in full screen also 13 megapixels, but yeah, pretty zoomed in. Okay, then we can have a look at video quality, so electronic image stabilization, noise reduction, everything you can find here in the settings. Let's switch, let's have a quick look at the LED flash. This is something I wanted to show you, and we'll just switch it on. So the LED flash is here, and there we go. So as you can see, this one here is really quite strong, and you will also see in a second a quick sample video with the LED flash on in complete darkness, so stay tuned. Focus is working fast, but let's switch to the rear camera, which you can see right over here. Once again, shoots with a 2.8 aperture, maximum picture size should be 16 megapixels, but I also don't think that really comes with a 16 megapixel sensor, so I guess it's interpolated from something like 12. And yeah, we can have a look here at, for instance, the video settings, so yeah, also nothing special, but also supports EIS. And yeah, here also you have 16 megapixels if you go to full screen, so not only in 4:3. But well, camera quality, so of the 16 megapixel camera, as I've said, looks really decent. As always, we have here different effects. It supports HDR, panorama. We have here LED flash, here once again HDR, and also it supports that gesture recognition. Okay, that's it. The focus itself here, quite fast, not the fastest one I've seen, but yeah, that's really decent. And also here the shutter time, yeah, that's also okay, maybe a little bit slow, but there's also a lot of post-processing, as you can see, so there's a huge difference between preview and the final image. So make sure you check out the quality of the photos on chinadevices.com. I will leave you a link down below in the description. So far I have to say, with the rear camera, I'm really happy. Also with the video quality, which is I think above average. Front-facing camera could be way better in my opinion, so forget the 13 megapixels. So now you will see some sample videos, stay tuned for more. So ladies and gentlemen, here's a quick video test on the Leagoo Elite 1. So we're currently here outside of Vienna. I'm not using EIS because I want to zoom in a little bit and show you that too. But well, just have a look here at the colors. Yeah, the details, they're actually beautiful, so I would say the video quality is above average, but still it could be a little bit sharper and have more details. Now if you check out the lighting adjustment, you see that works pretty good. A little bit too much light there, but yeah, it looks pretty okay. So the video quality is definitely better than on a lot of China phones I've seen so far. Okay, so that was some objects far away, but let's have a look at some close-ups. For instance, I have here the Sony Xperia C5, and yeah, let's have a closer look at the phone and let's try also to focus. Yeah, the LED flash is currently on, as you can see. Yeah, let's try to focus here on the Sony logo, maybe a little bit closer. So the macro distance, I would say it's like 5 centimeters. I'm still able to focus, and close-ups look really good. Also here the colors, so nothing to worry about. Now video quality on the Leagoo Elite 1 seems to be really quite good. So far I'm happy, and now I would say let's quickly switch to the front-facing camera. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. So this is a front-facing camera test, and yeah, it's a little bit wide angle, so if I hold it like a full arm length, so around 60 centimeters, 70 centimeters away from my body, I can easily get myself on the picture, so this is looking nice. Then also check out here the houses in the background, so you can also see them, and you can also focus on them. So we also have a tap autofocus which works, we have face tracking, and yeah, details. Looks good here in preview, on the computer I guess it will look too, so just check it out for yourself right now. The colors look natural, at least here on the screen, but just check it out right now on the computer. And yeah, that's the front-facing camera on the Leagoo Elite 1. Here's a quick rear camera LED flash test, and yeah, we're in a complete dark room, so actually my garage. And you can see the dual LED flash here, it's not too strong, no, it's some cool white tone, looks okay, but it could be a little bit stronger. For instance, my Galaxy S6 Edge can almost light up here the whole room, and here it's not too strong. So here you can see myself, and wow, the backside looks really cool because the light spreads from the LED to the whole back cover, and that looks absolutely nice. So you should definitely see that, it looks really cool. But yeah, the LED flash is not too strong, but it has at least some really nice cool white tone. Now we just checked out the video quality, and yeah, it looked quite okay, and also the front-facing camera. Now we can have a look here at phone dial applications, so let's call here some popular number 147, and there we go. Let's crank up the volume, and the speaker is here at the bottom, so it's actually in the left speaker grid. If I covered that one here, you see audio is almost muted. And the speaker could be a little bit louder, but regarding the clarity it's okay, sounds a bit tinny, but well, in that price range that's completely normal. You see light sensors working, so shuts off the display right over here, nice range, so that also works pretty good. Alright, I think somebody picked up the call on the damn hotline. Yeah, regarding surfing the web, So yeah, they just reset it. I had no problem. Also, movie playback is really smooth, as you will see later in the YouTube application. And let's just try to open up some big website, BBC or something like that. Finally, I have 4G LTE, so I've got here one very cheap contract, and yeah, it's absolutely smooth. You have no problems here browsing the web or just downloading something. Okay, we just had a look at the camera. It comes with all the Google apps pre-installed. You don't need to worry. The theme, it's very customizable. So there's even an own Leagoo market, and you can easily switch the theme. Let's say you're sick of that theme we're using right now. Let's switch to colorful, and all you have to do is just tap there, applying theme, and there you go. You have a whole different look on your smartphone. That's really cool. Let's swipe here to the left. We have here all the other crap which was pre-installed. FM radio also supported, but you need to connect the headset, which was at least included. And hot node application, Leagoo Xender. So Xender is basically an application to share data over Wi-Fi. Not really sure why they always branded with their own brand, but yeah, I'm actually not using that Xender thing. It comes with the Play Store pre-installed. All you have to do is just log in with your Gmail account. And there you go. You can download all the applications and games. I had no problem with any application saying that the phone is not compatible or whatever. Okay, we can switch here to the last page, and there you can see all the stuff which I have pre-installed, like benchmarks, games, and all that. Okay, then I would say we are now going to do a quick YouTube movie test, then some benchmarks, then a gaming test, and then you will hear my final conclusion. But so far as I can say, I like the UI actually, because there are a lot of cool widgets in there, like you can even open up the camera here from the home screen and other cool widgets. It's nothing special, but customization is really cool. Here's a quick speaker and movie test on YouTube, so no copyright sounds, and the speaker, it sounds really flat. Now you can try to tweak it a little bit with an equalizer, but it won't help a lot. So the speaker is not really the best. As I've mentioned before, it's a single speaker placed in the left speaker grid, and there we go. So just listen for yourself. Here regarding the volume, so we can quickly check it out with the dB meter. Yeah, you see it's not too loud, and also it sounds really flat. Okay, there we go, and just listen for yourself. So this is already maximum volume, and yeah, speaker is not really impressive here on the Leagoo Elite 1, but it will do the job. So guys, here's a quick GPS test in the GPS test application on the Leagoo Elite 1, and the GPS signal looks very good. We have 21 satellites in view, 18 in use, GLONASS is supported. We have a 3D fix, just in 1 second it gets a fix. The accuracy radius is currently, so the range here is quite high, some bug in Android I guess, because in reality you don't have any problems with navigation. You can check out here the signal bars, a lot of green bars, which means very good signal, and a lot of yellow bars, which is average signal, but it does not lose the 3D fix. I'm currently driving around for 1 hour, and I always have a pretty good fix. Okay, let's have a look at the Android GPS test application. Here you can see that the American satellites are supported and also the Russian ones, so GLONASS is also working, and here you can have a look at the signal, and also the signal in the GPS test application looks very good. Accuracy radius very big with 33 meters, but let's see how it is in reality when we do the navigation test. But so far as you can see, the GPS signal just looks outstanding. Here's a quick real-life navigation test with Google Navigation. So we are back in town. Now let's try to drive here around a little bit. So actually I have to turn around. I just wanted to check out the reroute performance, and this is quite okay. So you see, if you take a wrong road, it will reroute you just in a couple of seconds. So let's do Google Maps the favor and let's drive here to the right so that we can turn around. Let's see how accurate that is. We're now taking the corner, and there we go. We also take the corner here, so that's pretty fast. Now let's try to accelerate here. Let's drive here faster and check out the reroute performance. Okay, so that's also pretty fast, and yeah, it's also really accurate. So it tries always to follow the predicted road, but as soon as you leave the road and take another road, it will just redirect you within seconds. Also pretty accurate. Now let's drive here to the right again, and yeah, we're now on the right road and also here. So yeah, GPS performance is really good. I was now driving around really for a little bit more than 1 hour, and also we used the GPS test application. You did see the signal. Now the GPS performance here is really okay. We have perfect weather conditions today, so also when it's cloudy you won't have a problem. Now yeah, thumbs up for GPS performance on the Leagoo Elite 1. So it's benchmark time, guys. The benchmarks are finished. The Antutu benchmark version 6, 39k points. That's actually quite okay. Here in the ranking you can see comes already close to the Lenovo K3 Note, which has a score of 46k, but a better SoC. So 3GB of RAM also help a little bit. 64-bit kernel integrated, so the ROM fully supports 64 bits, that's absolutely great. 3 gigs of RAM and the MTK6753. Everything we can see here in the Antutu ranking. Here we have CPU-C, and yeah, it says it's the wrong processor, so it's actually the 6753 and not 35. Clocks from 300 up to 1.3 GHz, and we can have a look here at the device info. Well, wrong screen size, but here you can see, for instance, the free memory. No root access, so the phone does not come pre-rooted. Battery temperature 29 degrees so far, so also here the temperatures are very okay, below 40 even after the benchmarks and gaming. So there is no overheating in my tests. Sensors, they are just very basic, so we can quickly check that out. Now here in sensor box you can see that this phone just comes with the basic sensor, so this is a huge downside. There's no gyroscope, no magnetic sensor except with the Hall sensor for the flip cover. So it just comes with light sensor, accelerometer, proximity and sound sensor, so forget VR headsets, won't work with this phone. Okay, regarding the multi-touch tester, now I'm not really sure. I think the app is broken probably because it only shows here 3 multi-touch points. Probably the screen has not more than 3, but yeah, also you can see there are 2 stuck here if I move it with one finger, but I have no problems with ghost touches. For instance, if I try to compose a message here like hello guys, then you can see I can type without a problem. Absolutely no ghost touches. Last but not least, I want to quickly check out here the band mode, and here you can see SIM card slot 2 is GSM only, and SIM card slot 1, for instance, GSM quad band, UMTS dual band, and 1, 3, 7, 8 and 20 on the LTE band. So LTE band 20 is included, and this will work in Germany and many other countries here in Europe. So far I have no problem with 4G LTE here in my country, which is Austria, so here in Central Europe. Then now let's go and let's do a quick gaming test. Now regarding gaming, it's quite okay, but the MTK6753 is not a high-end chipset. Now combined with 3 gigs of RAM and 64-bit support, it's actually okay, but yeah, could be better. Now let's try it here in Modern Combat. So sometimes there are some lags when we have some special effects, explosions, also when it has to drive in full HD display, which definitely needs more power than the 720p display. And yeah, there we go. So you see Modern Combat 5 is actually really playable. Sometimes if there are really a lot of enemies, it will get a little bit laggy. Asphalt 8, yeah, really good performance. Riptide, you can also check it out, it's not too bad. And there we go, let's go up here. And also you see the animation, so there are not some huge FPS drops, just a little bit, but it doesn't freeze or anything. So gaming performance on that smartphone is also really quite okay, and you will be able to play most of the games. And also, yeah, 3D games here like Modern Combat 5 run pretty smooth in general, but sometimes, yeah, you will have some FPS drops or lags. So well, we're now here at the end of this review, and here comes my final conclusion about the Leagoo Elite 1. So let's talk about the pros. Now we have a decent rear camera, now the video quality, well, could have more details, but it's okay. And good display and nice body, nice design, very good specs for a low price. The ROM is a bit customized, looks very good. Then the GPS is very good, and yeah, also decent Wi-Fi. So let's talk about the cons. Now the 2400 mAh battery, yeah, it's just for like 1 day of use, and I could only get 3.5 hours of on-screen time, so that could be better. Then the front camera, yeah, doesn't look so good. Also, please get rid of that software interpolation crap in the technical specifications, because people believe, wow, 13 megapixels, it's the best camera, it outperforms in Sony camera, but nope. Front-facing camera is just average and sometimes pics are a little bit blurry. Now the sensors, they're just very basic, so nothing you can do, no gyroscope, there is no magnetic sensor, that also sucks. And yeah, last but not least, the accessories are really kinda cheap, but at least there is a lot of stuff included. Okay, that's basically it. So far I really like the Leagoo Elite 1, so if you like the design, the features like front LED flash, the additional smart button and all that, it's a really nice package. Not really sure if it's Gorilla Glass, but I can say thumbs up, nice looking device, have a look at it, link is down below in the description. Now see you soon in the next review. Please leave a like and maybe a comment down below to help us, or subscribe to our channel for more content. Okay, now have a nice day and bye bye.